a Michelle book out. Come on in. The water's nice. Late night with BDD. Shell Paulette, Nest from Connecticut. What's up? Happy Monday night, y'all. This is Late Night with BDD, coming to you live from my studio. We got a few things to discuss. What an interesting week, but an even more interesting day today has been. We got Ness coining today as Happy Raid Day. It's a gaming reference, apparently, that is lost on me. Let's see, we got Veronica Tello, LB Studio, Eddie G wants to know, what did she miss? God damn it. Cindy C, Monique Lee, that damn Karen, Asmila J, Susan C, Maital Cabelli, Punxsutawney Mo, Melissa McQueen. Welcome everybody. All right, it's Monday night. It's been a crazy day. I have a little bit of content prepared for tonight. But my stories of the day graphic is on the fritz. So we're just going to jump right on into this stuff here. Mar-a-Lago was raided. Trump issued a statement. He's shitting a brick. Doc Brandon memes have taken over the interwebs, specifically the Twitter space, as President Biden is racking up win after win after win. Last but not least, today's a sad day for fans and friends of the beloved Olivia Newton John. So we have a guessing game today. We're going to guess those Olivia Newton John songs. Yeah, it's not all, explosive Trump raid news tonight. There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of Dark Brandon, and I've got some random things to cover with you guys. Excuse me. As I said, this has been an interesting week, and I am back to checking out movies. Specifically, wifey and I went to the drive-in theater last Wednesday, and we saw the new Jordan Peele space alien movie, Nope. Or at least I thought it was an alien movie. Silly me. I should have known that Jordan Peele is now apparently only doing horror movies. So this was a horror movie disguised as a science fiction, and it was very clever. It was very interesting. Stellar cast. We got Keke Palmer. We had Stephen Yeun. You guys might know him from The Walking Dead. The always excellent Daniel Kaluuya. You might recognize him from, let me make this a little bit bigger. You might recognize him from the movie Get Out, which was Jordan Peele's introduction to the horror genre. And I gotta say, I didn't find anything wrong with this movie. Not really. I'm not difficult to please as long as I'm entertained. And so I told wifey that this was a science fiction, so he made me into a liar. I did not know this was a horror movie, and wifey's she's not a big fan of the jump scares and the scary stuff. We had a killer chimp. We had some blood raining from the sky. I'm not going to spoil too much for you from the movie, but it was fantastic. I loved it. Loved it so much. Lightyear is available to stream on the Disney Channel, and this basically tells the story of Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond, as you know him from Toy Story. So this tells the story of Buzz Lightyear before he was part of Toy Story, when he was the human that inspired the Buzz Lightyear action figure. So he is portrayed by Chris Evans. You guys might know him as Captain America, and I thought his performance was great. Actually, it was less cartoonish, even though this is a cartoon. It was less cartoonish than Tim Allen's portrayal, and you know, Tim Allen was the guy who originated the role, so it was good. And I think the overall message of the movie, I'm not spoiling it, but the message of the movie was, you know, do not hesitate to ask for help when you need it. And that's a lesson for me, because I have an issue with that sort of thing. The movie Prey premiered this Friday on Hulu, the Hulu network, and this was also a very, very strong entry into the Predator series. This was great. It tells the story of a character, and damn it, I can't remember her name, but she is the protagonist. She's the main character. She's the little sister of a Apache. Is it Apache or Comanche? So bad. I think it's Comanche. I think she was the little sister of the heroic brother, big brother, of this Comanche tribe, and she wanted to go through the rite of passage, and that was open for her to do, but she had no idea what she was about to encounter. She thought it was a lion. Turns out it was much more dangerous, and I thought it was great. You know, it wasn't she wasn't like Wonder Woman, all right, but she wasn't any shrinking violet either. She was like a nice blend of, I'm scared, I'm human, but I have ingenuity, and I can fight, and I can kind of hold my own, but it takes her some time. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Great movie. Check it out. If you have Hulu, you will be entertained. I promise you. And the Predator, by the way, excellent job on the Predator. This dude, I've seen at least 3 of the Predator movies. First, second, and I don't know if it was the third or fourth, but this was a very good version of the movie. Last but not least, Silicon Valley is a TV show that is streaming on HBO. And I was aware of it when it first came out, but I wasn't really all that interested. But this was such a bingeable show. I literally binged all 6 seasons of this. I think I might have started Tuesday, and I finished today. And it basically tells the story of a group of nerds. I don't have to put that in air quotes. They are nerds, and they know it. Led by Richard, who's in the middle, and they come up with a compression software or compression algorithm known as Pied Piper. And it tells the story of basically how this ragtag, this bunch of misfits fight and claw their way to make their dream of programming a reality. That's all I can say about that. There's the obligatory big bad corporate jackass, the head of Hulu, and what was his name? Gavin something. Really, really funny show. It is so bingeable. It's a great soundtrack. Every one of these characters, except for the guy who played Gabe in The Office, his name is Jared in this show. He's probably the best character in the entire show, hands down. All right, let's jump into our main story. I woke up today to pictures of a toilet bowl, and inside this toilet bowl were pieces of paper. They look like they're ripped up, and you can recognize the handwriting. It is Donald Trump's Sharpie handwriting. I gotta flush this down the toilet. It needs 15 flushes. Yeah, so they were talking about how Donald Trump used to he destroyed documents and flushed them down the toilet. This was the beginning of the day, and this is an excerpt from a book being written by Maggie Haberman. If the name Maggie Haberman sounds familiar, it's because she's a New York Times reporter who had access. They call her an access reporter because she had access to Trump and his inner circle. So she was like a fly on the wall. They let her get close enough to take notes and take pictures and see things that regular journalists might not have access to. And as such, you could tell that her reporting was often very watered down, if not just flat out favorable to Trump and his family. Why? Because if it was anything other than that, her access would have been removed. It sucks. It's like she had to sell her soul to stay close to the devil. So this is the story that today began with. And the story that blew the doors off of the house was the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago. And how did we find out? We found out from Trump. Donald Trump apparently posted I don't know where he posted the announcement, but he announced that his Mar-a-Lago had been raided by the FBI. And I don't know where it was posted because I deliberately block my ears and my eyes when I see that he's posted something. So it could have been on Truth Social. It could have been through one of his acolytes or whatever. All I know is that he's the one who let everybody know that he had been raided. And this has been confirmed by members of the state prosecutor, like the state prosecutor in Florida confirmed that. Tanya Karen G says, not a raid, they searched his property. Okay. Actually, the FBI had gotten a warrant to search his property. So, yeah, I guess technically it's not a raid if, freeze! They didn't bust, or maybe they did bust the door down. I don't know how it went down. All I know is the FBI was up in that piece, and it is not easy to get a warrant to search the house of a former president. And yes, they did bust into his safe too. Excuse me. It's not easy. Put it this way, it's not even easy for the authorities to get a warrant to search the house of a known drug dealer. It's not easy. Those of you who have watched The Wire know what the hell I'm talking about, god damn it. The Trump Reaper wants to know, did they find 50-gallon drums of Adderall? Probably. In fact, they probably found a lot of good stuff in there. As long as they had reasonable cause to go in there. They had the warrant covers them, probable cause. They had probable cause to go in there. And if they happen to find other things while they're in there, then so be it. Ness wants to know, did Spanky have time to flush? You know what? He probably did. And I have, hey, Aries Wanderer. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the kind donation. He probably did have time to flush. And the pace of this investigation, these investigations, is frustrating to me because we knew that dude had those 15 boxes of top secret documents way back when. I want to say it was a year ago. It feels like it was, we've known this for a year, that when he left the White House, he took 15 boxes with him that he's not supposed to take. And only now, a year and a half later, only now we're getting around to searching the house for those documents. Either those documents are a cover, they're a cover for what they were really searching for, and I guess they had to build a case that said, look, those documents are in there. And so is there a bunch of other stuff too, but those documents are in there. Once they're in the house looking for those documents, whatever else they come across, I'm sure that they are well within their legal right to confiscate, especially if it's illegal stuff. Look, it's 15 boxes worth of documents. So think about it. It could be anything. It could be anything. What if the guy, if I'm the feds, I could make the argument he picked one box and scattered the contents of this one box throughout all the rooms on the first floor. Then you're entitled to examine every piece of paper on the first floor, trying to match up, trying to find those documents from one box, and so on and so forth. So it's interesting. What else is interesting is, if they don't come up with the goods, if they walk out of there kind of just empty-handed, then this is a big, major swing and a miss. So really, you went in, you showed your hand. There's that saying also from The Wire that if you shoot at the king, you best not miss. That is a well-known statement. And they took a shot at him. This is a blatant shot at Trump, who has rabid followers still. So was the box marked fragile? I don't know. It was 15 boxes. Monique Lee saying they can confiscate anything of evidentiary purpose. So if evidence of another crime is there, they can seize it so they can build a better case. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. There's a lot of people right now on our side that are concernicus, that are worried that this was a swing and a miss, and that by doing so, it shows that the Department of Justice has been weaponized and that they can use that as ammo, as ammunition against us. I don't think so. But that's what some people are concernicus about. Nasun says plain sight doctrine doesn't work like that. I'm very interested to hear from Nasun here. How does plain sight doctrine work? Because I'm completely you got me. I'm completely ignorant of the plain sight doctrine. A warrant must list the probable cause. Here's Nasan. A warrant must list the probable cause and area of the residence to be searched. What if it's the whole entire? What if it's the entire place, all of Mar-a-Lago? That's my point. My point is, how do they know? They only issue a warrant for confiscation of documents if the authorities do not believe that the person can be trusted to hand in the document. So I'm sure that they got a wide berth to search. Yeah, it says they can only list area search listed on the warrant. If I'm them, I'm going to list every goddamn room, including the bathroom, including the doghouse, including everything, because this is one sneaky mofo. Sneaky. Yeah, okay, so it's because it must be listed on a warrant to be signed. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to list everything. I'm listing everything. So there it is. Let's see. That's enough time I'm spending on that. I feel, son, I feel like you're up in your feelings about this. I feel like, and that's fine. It's fine if you're, a fan of Trump and don't want to see him prosecuted or held accountable for his crimes. That's fine. I'm just not going to go back and forth with you anymore because we got other things we got to discuss here. Other things to discuss. Not that I wasn't having fun, but I've been having fun with the Dark Brandon memes. Now, you guys know I was not a fan of the Let's Go Brandon thing. I thought it was nonsense. I thought it was stupid. It was childish, whatever. And many of us felt like that. We were sitting here like, come on, man, that's some stupid bullshit. What are you doing? So some of us got busy to making the memes, and these are hilarious. They're very, there's a lot of them too. Most of them, the most popular ones have, hey, what's up, Elaine Prieto? I see you there. I see you. What do you call? My favorites are the ones where Biden has the laser eyes. Those are cool. Those are funny. So here's one here. Trump gets COVID, can't breathe. Biden gets COVID, kills top Al-Qaeda leader. Love it. Love it. What else do we have here? Here's another one. The deep state told Biden he could not withstand the storm. Biden replied, I am the storm. That's badass. There's a whole lot of badassery in these Dark Brandon memes. And maggots, MAGA, Trumplicans, whatever, they hate it. They're like, he doesn't look like that. They're mad. They're so mad. But like, hey, aren't you the ones that put Trump's head on Rocky's muscly toned body? Don't you guys know that Donald Trump does not look like that in any stretch of the imagination? If you take off Donald Trump's shirt, God forbid you take off Trump's shirt, he's not looking like Sylvester Stallone in his prime. He's not even going to look half as good as Arnold Schwarzenegger looks now. And my friends, Arnold Schwarzenegger has fallen off a little bit, but he's still got a whole lot of muscle that he's packing under his shirt. Donald Trump is not in good shape. This one here is the Dark Brandon rises. The malarkey will end with Biden with an eye patch and a beard in this one. Here's another one. Here's the laser eyes and one of those I did that stickers that people were sticking to gas pumps. This one says, I did that and I'll fucking do it again. This one is great. This one is great. I love it. Excuse me. And why the explosion of Dark Brandon memes? It's because the past month has just displayed, has been an endless parade of wins for President Biden. We have unemployment as of this past Friday. Unemployment is now no longer 3.6. It's ticked down to 3.5. This one says 9 million new jobs. I think it's up to 10 million. 6.2 billion student debt relief. American Rescue Plan. First gun law in 30 years. Confirmed 70 plus judges. Strongest NATO alliance. New infrastructure bill. New Supreme Court justice. Secured 1.5 billion from Mexico. And Mexico will pay for it. No, they didn't pay for it with you. you stupid son of a bitch. They paid for it with President Biden. $1.5 billion. Smart technology. Reduced deficit in 2022 by 1.7 T. That's trillion with a T. Let's see. I don't even have to worry about the knuckleheads that wander into this room. You guys got that, right? Of course you do. What else is happening? Last week, there was a vote in Kansas. It was a referendum on the abortion law. And it was one that Kansas Republicans were trying to pass that would basically make abortion illegal in Kansas. And voters turned out in droves to say, hell no, fuck that. We're not, no. Nope. And the no's won by a massive margin. I think it was 63-47. Wait, 63-37. Excuse me, my math. And that is a good indicator. It's a bellwether for President Biden and for Democrats in November, because Kansas is a highly conservative state. It's red. It's deep red. And pro-choice is obviously a very blue issue. So that bodes well for Democrats in November. What else? The CHIPS Act. CHIPS was an important act bringing the manufacturing of semiconductor chips back to America. That's a big win. We're talking about bringing manufacturing back to America. They were talking about that all during Trump's one and only term. And lo and behold, who gets it done? Dark Brandon. Of course he does. The PACT Act. The PACT Act was, for Republicans, that is one unforced error, an embarrassing unforced error, excuse me. This was basically an act that meant to provide health care to veterans who were exposed to burn pits. How are you voting against that? How are you voting against that? Well, apparently Mitch McConnell was upset that he'd gotten outmaneuvered on another deal. I can't remember what deal that was, because there's so many deals that are getting passed left and right. So to exact revenge on Democratic senators, Republican senators decided to take it out on our veterans. The people that they keep tears to their eyes. Why would you kneel during the national anthem? Our veterans, they fought and died. And you want to play petty bullshit games with their health, with their lives. Jon Stewart has been a badass advocate on their behalf, and he stepped up. And thank God for Jon Stewart. That's a hell of a guy. Hell of a guy, and I'm so glad he is on our side. The Safer Communities Act was the gun control measure. This was a good deal. Again, it wasn't everything that it could have been. It wasn't everything that we wanted. It wasn't, banning assault weapons, but we did get some measures in there. They closed that boyfriend loophole. What else did they do? Hold on, I got some notes here. Boyfriend loophole, enhanced background checks for people under 21, funding for mental health services, state red flag laws and crisis intervention programs, community violence prevention, school safety, all that good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Here we go. Gas prices. Sadly for Republicans who were so rooting for them to stay high, they have been decreasing every day for the past 55 days. Steady decline. In more than half of the states in America, the prices are already back under $4. And I got news for you clunk heads who keep saying, oh, but it was $2.25 under Trump. Yeah, that's because the whole country was shut down. You chucklehead. What is wrong with you? Why can you not understand this? The entire country was going nowhere. There was no demand for gas. That is why the price went down. Wasn't nobody going anywhere. Can you get that through your thick skull? Now that everybody's going places, this is a sign of a good, strong economy. If you want to completely ignore the jobs numbers, don't ignore the fact that people are going everywhere and they're still buying gas despite the fact that prices were sky high. They were still going places. So there it is. What's up, Tina G? I see you there. Who is this clown? Alan Dunham? Yeah, get your notes, cause gonna need them at the Supreme Court. But really? I'm being summoned to the Supreme Court? It's nonsense. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. So they're under $4 now in most places. And then this weekend, we passed just yesterday the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. This is a very big deal. Very big deal. How big is it? Well, it's the second very big deal of President Biden's administration so far. There's probably more than just this. It's just the second big deal of the year, let's say, because I feel like last year there were a few big deals, and this is supposedly the biggest action. They're saying that this is the most significant action on climate change probably in our lifetimes so far. The most impactful climate bill of our lifetimes. Greenhouse emissions are supposed to go to 44%. And Chuck Schumer, yes, you can take a bow. Because that was no easy task. He had to deal with both Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. And let's see. Okay. He had to deal with both Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. So this act is going to help our environment, and it's also going to help with healthcare as well. It's going to allow Medicare to negotiate lower prices, among other things. Now, Republicans also shit the bed by voting against capping insulin at $35 per month. Insulin prices are very high. I don't know this from personal experience. I just know this from a lot of people who say, some people said it costs them like $9 a day. So what is that? 30 days, that's $270 a month. And that's probably a low figure. This is going to come back to bite Republicans in November. So it's not just the abortion thing. It's not just all of the ill-advised votes Republicans have taken this year against things that people want and need. They voted against cheap baby formula. They voted against stopping oil and gas companies from price gouging. Everything that they vote against the veterans. Everything they voted against is going to come back to bite them in November. So it's not just the wins that Democrats have to tout. It's the Republican losses. Each one of these shitty votes that they take is a loss for them, because it is going to inevitably end up affecting their supporters. You can only push that culture war bullshit, but so far. At the end of the day, the things that matter are healthcare, our people's rights, women's rights. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. Mike Cabelli says, hopefully it bites them really hard and Dems win in a landslide. Now, the one thing we cannot afford to do is get cocky. And by getting cocky, I don't mean that we should not be taking a victory lap. We should absolutely spike the goddamn football, take a victory lap, feel good about it, because you know what? These times are few and far in between. I know how this whole year has been going, and it seriously felt like all the media could do was take a shit. They wake up in the morning and figure out different ways to take a shit on President Biden. So this feels good. This feels good. Like a whole nice long string of wins that we can tout our successes and reasons why people should vote for Democrats. This is something we have to take on the ground. When I say take on the ground, I don't mean, sit in your living room and talk about this with your spouse, your boyfriend, your wife, your aunt or your uncle. No, you gotta take it outside the house with you, in your community, when you go places, and because you're inevitably, I know people say, I don't like to take politics, but you can't avoid politics now. You cannot avoid them now. And there are a lot of people out there spreading disinformation. People out in the supermarket, on the, at the laundromat, they're out there telling people at the, at the washing machine or the dryer right next to them. They're like, this bill is going to cost people, it's going to cost everybody more taxes. No, it's only going to cost people who make more than $400,000 a year more in taxes. Now, if you're making $400,000 or better per year, you're probably not out there doing your own laundry. You're probably not. So yeah, we should absolutely tout our wins to the community and clear up the disinformation wherever and whenever you see it. Feel free. If they don't want to hear it, they can just say, look, I don't want to hear it, and then just leave them alone. But at least, if you have an opportunity to say your piece, be polite, say it politely, say, hey, listen, I heard you say such and such, but I think you've been given some bad information. Say it like that. Just act like you're doing them a favor. Hey, listen, let me just, I heard that rumor too. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's where'd you hear? Was that from Fox? You heard that from Fox. Was it Newsmax? You hear from Newsmax? Yeah, it was one of the two. And just tell them, no, this is what the deal is. And then take out your smartphone and show them. Look, I can show you. And Google it right there. Here, look right here. It says right there. One person at a time. Because that one person can then share the information. They're going to tell somebody of their interaction with this liberal they met at the laundromat, right? So, okay, let us continue and let's move on to Olivia Newton John. Now, first of all, let me start off by saying how heartbroken I was to hear this. I've got my own Olivia Newton John story. First of all, as a kid, when I first saw Grease and Xanadu, I was like, I don't want to say maybe 10 or 11. I was young. And boy, was I smitten with Miss Olivia Newton John, as were the rest of the kids my age. We all loved her. But when I grew up, and I think I was probably about 30, 32, and I was working on the east side of Manhattan. And, whoops. Can you get okay? And I saw a woman on Park Avenue. She was with a group of people, about 3 or 4 people, and she looked a lot like Olivia Newton John, just older than I remembered her in my brain. And I watched her walk past, and she walked up to this display for a build. There was this building that had these fancy artsy installation projects. She walked up to it, and I watched her walk past, and then I said to the group of people that she was with, I was like, she looks a lot like Olivia Newton John. And one of them said, oh yeah, she gets that all the time, right? Come on, why are you being like that? If you know that this is Olivia Newton John, why are you being like that? That's messed up, right? Anyway, I stood there, and here she comes back to rejoin her group, and I spoke to her, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you really look a lot like Olivia Newton John. And the group she was with, they burst out laughing, right? And I was like, oh shit. So I felt myself shrink down to almost nothing. And I started to walk away, and they were like, wait. And I turned around, and I was like, what? And she's holding out her hand like this. She says, I am Olivia Newton John. And I was like, oh. So I took pictures with her. One of the people that was with her, pressed a button on my phone that took video instead of the picture. So it showed me cracking a joke and making her laugh. I made Olivia Newton John laugh. And then a week later, I dropped my phone in the snow and didn't realize it, and somebody stepped on it, and that was the end of my video with Olivia Newton John. There it is. So needless to say, I was very sad to hear that we lost her. She had an amazing voice. And I just learned today that physical, apparently, I don't know how true this is. I was watching MSNBC, and they said that I guess it was the song Physical, was the #1 hit of the 80s. That don't make any sense. We're not with Madonna and Prince and Michael Jackson, but somebody look that up, please. I didn't get a chance to look it up. But anyway, I know you guys like doing the guessing game, so I'm doing the guessing game of Olivia Newton John songs. You know how the guessing game goes. I'm going to sing a few lyrics from the song, and if you recognize the song, then just type in the name of the song, and there it is. La 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 la. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it was her biggest hit, not the biggest hit of the 80s. Thank you, Eddie G, for clarifying that. That makes more sense. Okay. Here's the first one. You ready? Here we go. Come take my hand. You should know me. I've always been in your mind. You know I will be kind. I'll be guiding you. Building your dream has to start now. There's no other road to take. You won't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Da 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 da. All right, I think I've seen enough. I have seen enough. Wait. There we go. Trusty old cowbell is back, and you have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. And let's see who is first here. Who's at the top? Veronica Tello. There she is, followed by Cindy C, Claudia, Linda K. There we go. That's it. Here's the next one. You guys ready? Here we go. Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. But I got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Eddie G, yeah, the Gene Kelly roller skating in Xanadu. I literally just watched that video again, not the whole movie, just the video of Xanadu. Let's see. Okay, I think I've seen enough. And we were looking for I Honestly Love You. I love you. This was like before she was Grease and Xanadu famous. And let's see at the top here, we got Meredith Powell, followed by Aries Wanderer, Cindy C, Monique Lee, Maital Cabelli, Veronica Tello, Bernadette H, Linda K, Lacey, Samantha Hawkins, Claudia. Good job, you guys. Good job. Here's the next one. Listen closely. Here it is. A place where nobody dared to go. The love that we came to know. They call it blah, blah, blah. And now, open your eyes and see what we have made is real. We are in blah, blah, blah. A million lights are dancing and there you are, a shooting star. All right, I've seen enough. You guys don't even know. I'm like a huge, huge Olivia Newton John fan. They call it Xanadu. Let's see. The Trump Reaper is at the top with Xanadu, followed by Cindy C, Maital Cabelli, Meredith Powell, Monique Lee, Veronica Tello, Eddie G, Claudia, Eddie G with Santa Do, Claudia, she corrected that there, Bernadette H, and Alicia Williams. Good job, you guys. Good job. Very good job. Here's the next one. Guess mine is not the first heart broken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know. There's just no getting over you. Wow, 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 wow. I know I'm just a fool who's willing to sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see? There's nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. But now, okay, let's see. We got Eddie G at the top. Congratulations, Eddie G. Followed by Maital Cabelli, Monique Lee, Veronica Tella, Cindy C, Alicia, Claudia, Lacey, Meredith Powell, Fox Hill Dreams, Aries Wanderers, Samantha Hawkins, Linda K, Bernadette H, Elaine Prieto. Good job, you guys. Very good. Very good. Okay. Here's the next one. You ready? Okay, here we go. I'm saying all the things that I know you'll like, making good conversation. I gotta handle you just right. You know what I mean. I took you to an intimate restaurant, then to a suggested movie. There's nothing left to talk about unless it's horizontally. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Now, Scribble My Dibble is not with us here tonight, but she will tell you I loved that album. Played that so much. I'm sure that my family was sick of it. Let's see, the Trump Reaper, Veronica. Actually, no, that's not true. I think Nicole probably memorized all the words to all the songs as I did. Veronica Tello, Claudia, Maital Cabelli, Monique Lee, Eddie G, Bernadette H, Aries Wanderer, Samantha Hawkins, Cindy C, Linda K, Eagle Star 1, Elaine Prieto. Yes, Eddie G, it is weird that she is no longer amongst the living. Yes. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. Here's the next one. Here's the next one, you guys. There was a time when I was in a hurry as you are. I was like you. There was a day when I just had to tell my point of view. I was like you. Now I don't mean to make you frown. Ooh, no, I just want you to slow down. Oh, goodness gracious. I had no business trying to hit that note. I've seen enough. Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried? Let's see. Who's at the top here? Veronica Teller once again is at the top, followed by Cindy C. Lacey. Linda K. Bernadette H. Aries Wanderer. Claudia. Samantha Hawkins. Have you never been... interesting question from the Trump Reaper wants to know, is this song about marijuana? Does anybody know? That's a good question. And Elaine Prieto, I don't know if I got you. I got you there. Great song. Great song. Okay, here's the next one. NITE is dragging her feet. Bow! Bow! I wait. Alone in the heat. Bow! Bow! I know that you have your way till you have to go home. Knows a word I can't say, but it gets me nowhere to tell you no. It gets me nowhere to make you go. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I see one. I've seen enough. This was a difficult one. With a little more love, make you stop depending. With a little more love, bring a happy ending. Cindy C. and C. Monique Lee. There you go. And Kimber Kelly says, hey, hope you're having a great night. I haven't caught a live in forever. Glad to have you here, Kimber. Thank you for stopping by. Come on back now. You're here. Or stay a while. Okay, here's the next and final one. Final one. This one's for all the money. There's no money. There's no money. Okay, listen closely. You better shape up, 'cause I need a man. And my heart is set on you. And my heart better shape up. You better understand. To my heart I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. Blah, 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 blah. You are the blah, blah, blah. Ooh, 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 honey. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, 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 honey. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, 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 what I need. Oh, yes, indeed. What a great movie. I'm going to have to watch Grease all over again. And probably Xanadu, which was not a great movie. It was not. But still, whatever. It was like one of the first 3 DVDs I ever bought in my life. One was Austin Powers. One was Twister, the tornado movie. And the third one was Xanadu. First DVDs I ever bought. I think it was 1998. Yeah, long time. Let's see. What did I want? You are the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey. The Trump Reaper is at the top, followed by Maital Cabelli, Eddie G, Monique Lee, Michelle Bookout, Cindy C, Lacey, Veronica Tello, Aries Wanderer, Samantha Huckins, Bernadette H. Michelle says, tell me about it, stud. Elaine Prieto. You guys are saying it was on TV the other day. Luckily, I have the DVD of that too. I love my DVDs. I got chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You know, it's funny. Scribble, you guys know Scribble My Dibbles, you know. Growing up, she and I, we spent a lot of time listening to music on the record player. And the radio too, but mostly the record player. And then when cassette tapes came out, then we listened to cassette tapes. But it was a lot of it was on the record player. And it was my mom playing Beatles songs, a lot of the Beatles, a lot of musicals like Grease, like Hair. We grew up listening to Hair. So yeah, I'm a big fan of musicals and of music in general. So that's why I love doing these musical guessing games. Fun. I couldn't sing to save my life. But, you know, I think, whatever. I don't care. I'm at that age where I don't give a shit anymore. I don't. I kind of do. Kind of give a shit, but not really. All right. Let's see. Oh, shit. Michelle says WBLS taped a lot of The Quiet Storm. Yeah, I remember that. WBLS. That was 107.5 FM. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me? Any news? I'm trying to, just so you know, our friend from Alaska Cindy, had reached out to me and put me in touch with a friend of hers who does bookings. So she is going to help me get some guests on this show. Meanwhile, I have reached out to some people. I can't say who they are, but I have reached out to some people that have medical experience. And let me knock out that question. It's not Dr. Fauci. Okay, it's definitely 1,000,000,000% not Dr. Fauci. But I want to get somebody on the show to talk about the latest slate of medical concerns, the diseases that are out there right now, because we're still dealing with COVID. The latest iteration of COVID is BA.5, I think, some bullshit. BA.5. And then there's monkeypox. How concernicus do we need to be about this? I heard that it's airborne. I want to talk to a medical expert about this, have them on the show, and let's discuss. And then, of course, we heard about what the hell did we hear about? Polio. Polio is making a comeback. Isn't that lovely? Huh? Polio. God damn it. I thought we had eradicated that. I know I got my shots when I was a little kid. I got at least 4 of them, I think. Right? 2 vaccines and 2 boosters. Huh. That sounds familiar. The only difference is, what is the difference? See, when I took the vaccine as a kid, polio wasn't out there. It was gone. It's just eradicated. So I didn't have to be concerned about how effective my vaccine was, right? People have seen now that even though you're vaccinated, twice vaxxed and twice boosted, you can still get it. You can still get the Rona. So the question is, fully vaxxed against polio, if you happen to walk past somebody on the street who has polio, can you still get it? Good question. So I will keep you guys posted and let you know if I do get the person that I'm trying to get on the show. And somebody asked a little while ago if I was going back to a regular schedule. Not quite yet. I still don't have my legs under me. I'm trying to get myself back into the swing of, doing show prep, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it is a lot of work. And so it's a certain mindset you have to put yourself in. They say to have a polio titer. What is it? Titer. They say to have a polio titer drawn to see if you still have immunity to it. Oh, okay. I don't know what a titer is, but yeah, okay. That's a good one, Kimber. Thank you. Veronica Tello with the helpful advice there to keep wearing your mask. Michelle here says, love to get Dr. Sutton to come on my show. I'm not sure if I know Dr. Sutton. But if you know Dr. Sutton and he is amenable to it, I'm open to it as well. Wait, let me just take a quick look. Let me see if this person has responded to my DM. Sent it about 7 hours ago. Has not responded yet. It's tough, you guys. It's tough. If you don't have somebody's email or phone number, it is tough to work through DMs. All right, but you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Story Time with BDD. Oh, Late Night with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad. And if you have not yet gotten your shot, Michelle, thank you so much. Yes, please do ask him for me. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. If you have not yet gotten your shot, your vaccine, please do yourself a favor and get one. It's not going to prevent you from catching the Rona, but what it will do is prevent you from getting a severe case of the symptoms of the Rona. Yeah? I don't think there is a vaccine right now that will prevent you from getting it. I don't think there is. But it would just prevent you from having to, or lower the risk of you having to have a ventilator down your throat or go into intensive care in the hospital. Also, wear a mask, keep your social distance 6 feet or better, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next show. And when that is, I cannot say. I would love for it to be Wednesday, but stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I'm still trying to get my feet back under me. And Veronica Tello, thank you very much for the kind donation. Appreciate it very much. So good. Okay, so you guys, here we go. You guys stay safe, stay positive. I love you all. Peace. Michelle, he can reach out to me through DM, through direct messages, yeah? And, you should tell me give me his Twitter handle so I can follow him, so that way he can DM me. Just post what is his Twitter at here. You too, Kimber. Thank you very much. This room is hot. It's hot in here. This is one of those rooms that is not meant. It's not meant for summer. It's not meant for winter. It's hot as hell in here in the summer and cold as hell in the winter. Oh shit. Aries Wanderer says she had a ventilator down her throat in 2009 on life support for 32 days. My goodness. Oof. I'm glad you survived that, Aries Wanderer. Glad you survived. Mrs. Mia Me to you. You are welcome. Thank you for showing up for the surprise show. Yeah, I would definitely love to get back to a regular schedule. Cindy C. No circulation except for the fan blowing hot air. That is what this room is right now. I have a fan blowing hot air on me. Shite. But you guys, let's keep our fingers crossed for the FBI to have found something significant, something meaningful, something to write home about. Because if not, it's not going to be pretty. I'll tell you that. It won't be pretty. All right, you guys. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's that time. You need to leave.